The missionaries, consisting of 16 Americans and 1 Canadian, kidnapped by the Haitian 400 Mawozo gang October 16th is extremely scary. The gang has threatened to kill the humanitarian Christians if $1 million per person ransom being demanded is not fulfilled. The group consists of men, women, children, and an 8-month-old baby. These missionaries have sacrificed their time and paid their own way to go to the poorest place in the Western Hemisphere to try to spread God's love and save some souls. In turn, the missionaries are experiencing a nightmare like they've never imagined. They're imprisoned and being threatened with a bullet in the head. Many of us will never get over seeing journalists being beheaded and tortured in Syria and Iraq by the barbaric Islamic extremist group called ISIL. Burning someone alive and beheading others were too graphic and gruesome to ever be forgotten. Why do journalists, missionaries, and humanitarian aid workers go to such places to risk kidnapping, rape, torture, and unimaginable deaths? There's always the belief that it will not happen to me. Some might view such a trip even as a vacation. Years ago, I traveled to a third world country on a missionary trip with others, thinking it would be a nice break. I've never worked so hard in my life. Sadly, the 17 missionaries in Haiti are undergoing a cruel experience that may end with the cost of their very lives. What are they thinking now? What is going through the minds of the little children who travel to a world to help others and spread God's love? Haiti has been the site of years of humanitarian efforts. The United States and other countries have given billions of dollars to help Haiti. Sadly, hurricanes, political unrest, underdevelopment, and extreme poverty have all made for a sad scenario. How much money would the world have to give to Haiti to make life better for this nation? This is a question no one can answer because usually aid is a short-term solution. We spent $1 trillion in Afghanistan, and they aren't any better off today. Good missionary people went to Haiti with good hearts for helping others in the name of God's love. They went to share a message they hope would bring about change and better lives. In turn, they may now lose their lives. Christians point to Jesus as the model for such missionary efforts. He came preaching and teaching in an effort to demonstrate and spread God's love, and it cost him plenty, his life, executed in public on a cross. There are some Christians today who, like Jesus, are willing to risk their lives for the sake of others. Did these men and women literally go to Haiti, taking their children with them, truly believe they could be killed? Would they purposefully do this to their children? Who convinced these people that such a trip with small children was a good idea? My goal here is to simply say, think about such a trip to places like Haiti, Afghanistan, Iraq, northern Nigeria, and numerous other countries are not vacation spots. Foreign travel may sound exotic and adventurous, but consider the possible cost. I say here that many missionaries and Christian workers have paid the ultimate price in order to spread the gospel of Christ. Only eternity will reveal what their selfless sacrifice has meant to those whose lives they've impacted. By chance, if you decide such an international trip is not for you, don't feel bad. Consider helping in an American inner city, Appalachia, or maybe your own neighborhood. Service at home is needed across America. Let's pray for the safety of these missionaries and for those negotiating their release. May God help them and all who may consider such endeavors. This is Glenn Mollette. Visit me at glennmollette.com, and you have a great day.